For someone who doesn't know what Tetra Trust is, maybe if you can just kind of run us through kind of what it is, or where you started and where it is today, because I understand you've launched a new website and some new entities regarding it.
Yeah, of course. So the inception story of Tetra Trust is essentially the failure of Puerto Rico CX. So for people familiar with that event, there was a platform that operated in Canada. And in 2018, the founder and owner of the platform left with about 200 million worth of crypto that belonged to the retail users of the platform. Riga is really, I would say, the inception story of Tetra, but also of the entire regulatory framework that you have in Canada that is mostly driven, by the Securities Commission and based on consumer protection. And that aspect of consumer protection came because of that large failure, and it's a failure that's well known globally. At that time, the founders of Tetra essentially said, well, we're going to need professional third-party custodians in the market to service institutional platforms. So if you're buying your crypto on a regulated trading platform or through Wealthsimple, as an example, it's important for people to know that there's trusted third parties that are doing the custody of the crypto. And that's really the inception story of Tetra. So Tetra primarily started off as a custodian of crypto. So what does that mean? We're essentially like a digital vault where we are protecting crypto for institutions. We're B2B business, so we only work for institutions and business. And that's really the beginning of Tetra. Now, over the years, Tetra has developed a lot of expertise in digital asset institutional infrastructure, which culminating to us launching two businesses this year, one being the Unity software, which is our own software tool that we've developed over the last 4 years, and the announcement of our stablecoin partner project with our partners, including Wealthsimple, Purpose, ShakePay, National Bank, Shopify, and ATB.
So if you are buying one of those ETFs from like Wealthsimple or somebody else on that, there's someone like you that's doing the custody for them, or are they doing it themselves?
No, that's correct. So there's somebody like Tetra that is a fully regulated financial service entity that's securing the crypto. This way, investors can have full confidence that there's one, no commingling of their assets with the platform's assets, and two, that there's a firm that's properly governed and regulated that's overseeing the digital assets.
Do you also provide that service or a similar service for companies trying to do a crypto treasury strategy as well?
Yeah, correct. So if you look at the digital asset treasury plays, whether it be in Canada or the US, most of them would be working with qualified custodians in the back to secure essentially whether it be Bitcoin or the Ethereum they're keeping on their books or Solana. So they all work with qualified custodians, and those would be part of the public filing. Specifically for the publicly traded one, you could go look and essentially find who their custodians are.
Okay. And are you guys international or just primarily Canada?
Yeah, so our license is granted in Canada, so we are primarily Canadian. We do have, a small amount of, I would qualify them as family offices, ultra high net worth, that come to Canada to custody their crypto because they, believe that Canada is a safe market where with proper, financial regulations, where it's a good place to store, and those individuals are mostly in the U.S. But yes, we are currently focused on Canada from a custody perspective. On our software side, that platform is global. So while we are launching in Canada and working through all our various partners and go-to-market strategy, and expansion outside of Canada will be fundamental and strategic for us.